first thing that you're going to be doing is washing your face as usual. Use any toner and any other skincare products to go before. I'm very oily, so I always pat myself down with a whole lot of powder where the oiliest areas are. Then we're going to go in and we're going to tight line first, mostly because it kind of makes me cry a little bit, and I don't want to mess anything else up. It's it's a little uncomfortable but easy to do. I use AOA, which is the dollar from Miss A's. Just pat a little bit, you don't need a whole lot. Make sure that you put it where everything needs to be highlighted for the most part. And then realize that you didn't shave. We're going to take a wet sponge and we're just going to pat it in there. Just tap, tap, tap. You don't want to smear anything. It's not going to help you get things any deeper in. So you just want it to be nice and even and fill in any of your wrinkles. And next, because I'm very forgetful, I shaved my beard, but then I did not shave my mustache or fix my eyebrows before I got here. So I'm just going to take a second to go and remove all of that facial hair. My eyebrows are a mess, so I always just shave them off. It's so much easier to work with if I just draw new ones on. And then we're going to go back in our darker areas. I really like to highlight beneath my eyes and then my brow bone. And don't worry too much if there's a little bit of color that shows through on your eyes, because we're going to go and we're going to just put our own color on top of it. It makes it a whole lot less obvious that you have really big raccoon bags. We're going to set it in. Make sure that you're always pushing inwards. That is going to help you fill in any big dips that you have in your face. I got this eyeliner off of Wish, so it's really cheap and the brand is gone. We're going to go in directly under the line for your eyelid and just connect it through. And make sure that if you have very heavy set eyes like I do, then you're going to want to keep it very, very thin across the rest of your eyelid. But go ahead and make it super thick on the sides, because most of it's going to get covered up. We're going to take a red color on a fluffy brush, and we're just going to jam it in on the outsides, on the underline. This is just going to help bring some bright lift and a little bit of extra color to take away from any purple and redness that we still have. So we're just going to make it very purposeful, and then we're going to slide it out. This is a Goblin, also from AOA. We're going to take, admittedly, the same brush, and we're going to go back in on the top this time, still on the outsides. Make sure you pack in on top of the eyeliner and on your crease line just a little higher up. And then you can start very gently sweeping it up into a point and then further into your eye. We want it to really smooth out there, and so it doesn't look like we just have nothing on the actual eyelid. And then work over and layer as you see fit until you really get that good smoky deep set look on the outside. I usually use my leftover black to put in some shadows under my lips and on the corners. We're going to go in with a very fine tip brush, and we're just going to give ourselves new eye bags. They're going to be a lot higher up so that we can just add some dynamic to it. and then smooth it out. You really don't want it to look like a straight line. This is the velour eyeshadow that I love it. I use it as a highlighter. We're going to take a small chisel brush and we're just going to go in right under the eye line. This is going to help brighten up the inside, make the eyes have a better line, and be a whole lot brighter looking. Then we're going to take an angle brush and we're going to get it wet. You can use your finishing spray or just water, it doesn't matter. We're going to go in with light, small brush strokes. It's always better to do it just little by little, checking each side so that you can make sure that they come out even. And don't be afraid to make little mistakes because you can always clean it up later. I always start with the lower line and then I go in and fill up the top later so that you can chisel out that nice angle. If you need a little bit of if you feel like your eyes droop, definitely make sure that the outside of the eyebrow goes up a little. Then we're going to take a spoolie and we're going to brush out all of the inside. We're going to go up and then outwards. If you have part of it drawn on, don't touch the spoolie to that part where it's no hair. We're going to take mascara, and I'm ginger, so obviously I have to color both sides of my eyelashes. But it definitely helps you to get that good dark line, especially since we're going light on the eyeliner on our lids. Next we have a magnetic eyeliner that I also got from Wish, so we're going to line the whole top starting from the very corner, and then we're going to work out. I always like to go up into the cat eye with it, that way that I can put the eyelashes on at an angle. We're going to do a little bit of highlighting, the brows, the nose, and I love doing lip. This is a contour kit from Five Below that I dropped a whole lot. I'm just going to take one of the big angled brushes and just pat on lightly first, just to get a little bit of color. And you're going to do that to both sides, and then you can start layering. But you want to start out light and then work heavier from there, so that you can only get like certain places. If it's all dark everywhere all the way down the line, it's going to look really weird. Give yourself a little bit of a shadow. It really helps to define your jaw. Make sure to go back and here get a little bit of that extra turkey neck down so that it's not so obvious, especially because that attracts the light. You want to make sure that you get a shadow on that. And then just a little bit of the leftover on the nose. Like I said, layer as much as you want. Make sure you get the darkest parts way far back. And you want to make sure that it goes up. Even if you're wearing a wig, try to blend into the hairline. We're going to clean up a little bit, make sure that we get all of the extra mascara and the dark debris off of our face, and lighten up the good spots. I always start with chapstick. It makes it easier to blend out, and also it's healthier for your mouth. And I have this lipstick from a box that someone else got, so I don't know what it is, but just put it on the inner parts of your mouth. And then just pop, 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 pop. You want to make sure that for people like me that have like really thin lips, you want the darkest part of the color to be on the inside, and then just let it come out like there, and it'll give a little more illusion of having lips. This is Liquid Catsuit. I love it, and it's a purple black. Just put that very, very lightly on the inside, and then use it to carve out your corners if you need to have a bigger mouth. And take your time to clean up. You don't want it to just be a straight line. That looks really weird and obvious. And just lay your eyelashes on. I like to keep up the edges up. It helps carve out that higher angled line for my eyes. And then make sure you use your setting spray from a distance. You don't want to have like water running down your face. And then fangs. There you have Sakuma Ray. Thank you so much for coming and listening to this. I hope that you found something that was helpful for you. And please like and subscribe.